Hey guys, I'm Sandra the vlogger, and today I'm going to be talking about something that is really exciting for me, especially because we're getting ready to go on one, and that is how to pack for a cruise. Some of these things are things that maybe people haven't talked about yet, and also just things that you just may forget. So I'm going to help you guys plan for your trip on a cruise or even just on a vacation in general. So in about 4 days, we are going to the Bahamas on a Carnival cruise for my birthday. As I'm packing, I decided, you know what, I should record a video and show you guys exactly what I do when we're getting ready to go on a cruise. So a lot of times people ask, do you need to bring money? Do you need to bring checks? Like, what do you do on a cruise? Well, when you get on a Carnival cruise, or actually I think it works with every cruise. I've only been on Carnival and the Royal Caribbean, so I'm not sure about every single cruise, but at least those two, that you get a sell and sign card. And what that is it's a pretty much like a credit card connected to another credit card that you have. So the way it works is it's like using a credit card, but it's called a sell and sign card, and you will receive this when you actually go to get on the boat. And the sell and sign card is actually your key to get into your room, and then it's also like the card that you use to purchase anything, whether it's, you know, extra food or snacks, sodas, alcohol, drinks, if you want to play at the casino, souvenirs. You would use this card for that reason, and it's only what you buy like on the boat, not when you actually embark into another, you know, wherever you're going. So this is just like stuff that you want to buy on the boat. So do you need to bring cash? Yes. The very first cruise that we took on Carnival, we had no idea how it worked. When you first drive over to the terminal, guys will go and grab your bags and load your bags up and help you out and walk you where you need to go. And at the moment I'm thinking, oh, I wish I had some cash. I could have tipped this guy because he was really helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and bring a little pack of, and I'll put this in a baggie, just I don't know why, but I have some ones and also some fives in here, and this is what I'm strictly going to use for that very reason. Also, you may want to tip cash, like for room service. It's not mandatory, you don't need to do it. Room service is completely free on the cruise, but it's sometimes nice to actually give them like a cash tip. So I also like to tip them like, you know, $1 or $2 depending on how much you're ordering. We don't do a lot of room service anyways, but there may be a couple nights here and there whenever we get hungry in the middle of the night and we want a snack. So it's kind of nice to be able to just tip them. The actual tip for all of the waiters and your room service attendant, all that stuff is already included in the price. So when you actually book your cruise, you'll actually learn about how the tip works. So you don't really necessarily have to tip like your actual room attendant person. I don't know the exact name for it, but you don't have to tip them because they're already getting a partial payment once you leave the cruise. So that's all fixed in with the price. And then also, like whenever you're getting on a taxi, like I know when we get to the Bahamas, we're going to take a taxi over to Paradise Island. I think it's like $4 a ride, so we need cash for that very reason too. I don't know that they take like debit cards. So the next tip I have is for when you're actually on the boat. The way that cruises are is when you walk towards where all the rooms are at, and you have like this long stretch of hallway of rooms, everybody's door looks the same. So I know it has numbers, but I mean, I am so bad at remembering what room we're in. You're like, crap, which one's my room? To avoid that, I would advise you to bring a sign or some magnets or something to put on your door so that you know which room is yours. I don't know that Carnival doors are metal, so magnets may not work. Just to be safe, bring some tape. It just makes it a lot easier. Alright, so the next thing is Lysol disinfectant spray. I always like to bring the Lysol disinfectant spray, and I spray all of the door handles, all of the cabinets, anything that I'm actually going to touch. This is a to-go spray, and it's actually really small. I always bring this with me, and I make sure that I spray the room down. I do not want to get sick while I'm on vacation. On the Carnival cruise, there's no irons in the actual stateroom, and so to iron your clothes, you have to actually go down the hallway, and there's like a room for laundry, and there's an iron and stuff, and so it's really complicated whenever you're trying to, you're in a rush, you're trying to get to dinner and your clothes are wrinkled. Well, a way to actually help that is to buy some of this Downy wrinkle release spray. All you do is you just shake it up a little bit, spray it all over your clothes, whatever's wrinkled, let it kind of just tug at it a little bit, put it on a hanger, let it hang, let it dry, and then it actually releases the wrinkles from your outfit. So to save space in your restroom, I always try to pack as little as possible because the staterooms are really small. And so anywhere where I can cut back, I do it. And so because Carnival does provide, they provide the shampoo and the body wash. And so I'm just gonna use what they provide. So what I'm bringing is a loofah and just gonna use their body wash that they have. And they actually have really good smelling shampoo and soap, so I really like it. So the next thing is wet ones. I usually keep this with me wherever I have like my beach towel. So I'll have a small little bag to bring with me when we go to the pool or when we go to the islands. And I like to bring them because I can wipe my hands when we're getting ready to eat something. And so that's definitely really handy. Next thing is bringing a bottle opener because I am bringing a bottle of wine. The cruises do allow you to bring 2 bottles of wine per room. So, well actually it's per person, so 1 bottle per person. So since Joe and I are going, we're gonna bring 2 bottles of wine. A lot of times you don't think about it. You're like in your room and you wanna have a drink and you're like, well, how am I gonna open my bottle of wine with no bottle opener? So bring a bottle opener with you if you're bringing wine. So another thing to bring is these 2 simple items right here, a highlighter and a pen. I always forget to bring these and I'm not forgetting this time. So the highlighter you would use for the itinerary because the cruise gives you an itinerary every single day and it has a list of all the activities that are going to happen the following day. And so what we like to do is use the highlighter to highlight what we're going to go do, like what activities we're actually going to do. So it's nice to have this. So I'm bringing this with me. Bring some post-it notes and a pen so that you can leave notes for your room attendant if you had a question or you had a request and you just couldn't find them at the moment. You can just leave them a little note, put it on your door, and you know they'll take care of it for you. So that's another tip. So another thing I always see with cruise newbies is that they're always having to chase their towels, like when they're laying out on the lounge chairs on the upper level of the Lido deck. Of course, I mean the wind's blowing, you're on a boat and it's moving, so of course it's going to be wind up there, and so your towel's probably going to slip off your chair and fly away. So something that you want to bring with you, and this is something that I totally forgot about bringing last time too, are some of these lounge chair clips. And the way this works is you just clip them onto the back of your chair, lay your towel down first of all on your chair, and then clip it down so that your towel doesn't fly away. So that when you are on the water slide or you're in the pool, you don't have to worry about your towel flying away or someone taking your seat. You bring some of these little clippies so that they don't take your spot. So another thing is duct tape. Now this is great for many, many uses. One, first of all, would be to wrap your handles of your suitcases so that you can identify which suitcase is yours, because when you are getting off of the boat and you're going home, they have like a huge stack and pile of just suitcases everywhere. And they do have them sectioned off, but I mean, everyone's suitcases look the same. I mean, if you think, oh, well, I have a bright red one. Well, there's like thousands of bright red ones.
And there's thousands of blue ones and black ones and gray ones and purple ones and pink ones.
So there's just like so many suitcases. So I recommend that you wrap your handles, and especially the top part of your suitcase, because the front and the back or the sides you're really not going to be able to see because they stack them you know, side by side by side, so they're all really close. So really the only thing you can see is the top of the suitcases as you're walking around. So definitely decorating the top of it, whether you decorate it with some ribbon, which is what I've done before. I put like colorful ribbons, like I said, wrapping the handle with a different color duct tape, you know, making a big X around it or whatever you want to do. This is a really good way to achieve that, so you can easily spot your suitcase. Duct tape is also great for if you are one of those people who have to have complete darkness in your room. You can use this to tape the curtains down on the side of the wall so that when it's morning time the sun doesn't shine through. Another thing is you can use this for taping down your signs on your front of your door. If anything breaks, if your flip-flop breaks, you can tape the bottom of your flip-flop, and it holds the you know, your flip-flop together so it doesn't fall back out. There's just many uses for duct tape, so this is definitely a good thing to bring with you. So something that I like to bring when we actually disembark into the island is something that is more for safety. Safety of your items and whatever you're bringing with you, your wallets, your camera, your cell and sign card. You don't want that stuff getting wet. So I would definitely bring one of these waterproof container things that they have. I have a larger one right here for if you're bringing a cell phone, a camera, and then also one of these that you can wear, and you can actually wear it around your neck, and you can put your sell and sign card in here, your ID, your money, whatever it is that you're taking on with you if you're going to go into the water. I would not advise you to leave your stuff when you're out on the beach. If you're going to go into the water, take this stuff with you. Don't leave it behind. So what we do is we put our sell and sign card, our cash. I'll even try to fit my camera in here, and the way it works is you just roll it up like this, and then it buckles, and it's instantly waterproof. You can wear it around your neck. You can carry it like a purse, however you want. There's all different sizes, all different types. I actually found this one on Amazon, or yes, Amazon, and I think this one might have came from like Academy. So you can find them everywhere. So the next thing is definitely bring plenty of these things. If you're going to be taking pictures and videos like me, bring an extra memory card, because you just never know. Imagine if you broke yours, or it got wet, or I don't know, for whatever reason your other one got damaged. You need to have a backup. So always make sure that you bring an extra memory card with you. And also I'm bringing my external hard drive with me and my laptop. I'm going to be taking lots of videos and lots of pictures. So I don't want to risk having all of that footage sitting on this one thing. So what I'm going to do is upload it to my computer, and then from there save everything on my external hard drive, just to make sure that I don't lose it, because that would just be a nightmare if I lost all my footage. Another thing that I would bring, and I'm bringing some as well, are some business cards. You don't even think about that kind of stuff, but hey, you make friends on the boat. I've made friends, like especially at dinner, when you sit with like a group of people at dinner. So I'm only bringing some business cards with me this time, so that I can keep in touch with the friends that we make on the boat. So the next thing would be, it's kind of like a packing tip, and that is to make sure that you pack up all of your jewelry in individual bags so that they don't get tangled up. So another way to save space in your suitcase is to bring your medication in a Ziploc bag, so that you don't actually have to carry all these different bottles. I just usually put them in these Ziploc bags. I'm only going to bring like Advil and then maybe like some motion sickness medicine, and I'll put that in a separate baggie. But this just helps save space. So another tip would be to make sure that you put all of your stuff, your shampoos, conditioners, your whatever you're bringing, hair gel, that you put it in a Ziploc bag, because I can't tell you how many times I go to grab my suitcase and one of these have leaked into my suitcase. So make sure that you put them in a Ziploc bag. And then the last thing is definitely just a tip in general, and this is not just for cruises, but this is for anytime you're packing to go on vacation, is to roll your clothes. This helps with keeping your clothes from getting wrinkled, and then it also saves space. So what I do is I roll my clothes really, really tightly, and then I stack them on top of each other. And as you can see, it definitely gives you a lot more space in your suitcase. I feel like when you roll your clothes, it saves a lot of space. Whenever I roll them really, really tightly. So I make sure that you're getting the maximum amount of space in your suitcase, and you're able to really stack them and compress them. And then the best part is that your clothes are not as wrinkled as if you just folded them and stacked them on top of each other. So I hope these tips were helpful, and if you have any suggestions on any other videos, or if you had any comments about this video, if you have any other tips that you use whenever you travel, leave it in the comment section below. And also make sure you follow me on all my other social media. I'm going to be posting pictures and videos and stuff on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope, so check us out on those, Sandra the Vlogger, and I will see you guys when we come back. Bye!